12th pick overall draft breakdown. Justin Jefferson, second draft in a row. I got him in 11 in the last one, and now 12 in this one is Jefferson. So last season was a down year for him. Bad quarterback play, obviously. McCarthy, he couldn't get it going. Carson Wentz was in there at times before he got hurt. And Justin Jefferson had the worst year of his career. But this season, he definitely could bounce back. Kyler Murray in there, quarterback for this Minnesota Viking team. And even if Murray has a mediocre year, he's better, in my opinion, than McCarthy and Carson Wentz. And he'll get Justin Jefferson the ball. Then Ashton Jeanty, next pick back-to-back there. Jeanty, I have just ahead of Saquon Barkley in my rankings, even though Barkley went 11th anyway before Jeanty. So Jeanty last season, a mixed bag of results it was for him. But this season, the quarterback's play is going to be better regardless for this Raider team. Obviously, you got Kirk Cousins and Fernando Mendoza, with Cousins right now looking like he's going to start the season as the quarterback. And Mendoza coming in the second half of the year. It's a better upgrade, in my opinion, than a Geno Smith, who was horrible last season. So Jeanty, a lot of talent, physical running back. We saw flashes last year, and this season, I think he has a better year. Then I went Travis Etienne. Etienne signed a nice contract in the offseason with this New Orleans Saints team. This is a good New Orleans Saints offense. You obviously got Tyler Shough, who had a decent rookie year. Chris Olave, Jordan Tyson, they drafted Juwan Johnson at the tight end position. And Travis Etienne, he's a dual threat out of the backfield. Alvin Kamara is going to take a back seat, be a third down running back at best for this New Orleans Saints team. And Travis Etienne, it's his backfield right now. And then fourth round, Ted McMillan. I most likely took him 6 or 7 times out of the 12 mocks I did breaking down these drafts. I like Ted where he's going ADP-wise, 4th, 5th round. I've been getting him in these mock drafts. 1,000-yard receiver last year. Could work on more second season. I know Bryce Young, he's not the most consistent quarterback to get him the football, but Ted McMillan, he's a freak athlete. He's a good wide receiver. And to start off with him and Jefferson as my 2 wideouts to go with Jeanty and Etienne, pretty good start. Then DJ Moore in the 5th round. This is make or break for DJ Moore, I think, this season. The Bears had enough of him. They traded him off, obviously, to the Bills. Now he's playing with the best quarterback he's played with in his career, and Josh Allen is DJ Moore this season. So Moore, we know he's a good route runner. You could line him up different ways in the formation, even a guy that's taken carries at times throughout the last couple seasons. So DJ Moore in this Buffalo offense, new stadium over there, and the best quarterback he's played with, it could be a bounce-back season for Moore. Then Drake May, 6th round. It was tough to pass up Drake May in the 6th round. I just think it's this Yahoo format as well, where they're not ranking quarterbacks as high. Because last season in my drafts, guys were taking Lamar Jackson in the 2nd round, Jaden Daniels in the 3rd round, and obviously Josh Allen in the 2nd round as well. But this season, the quarterbacks are ranked lower, and maybe teams, they're figuring out quarterbacks a deep position and they could wait. But to get Drake May in the 6th round with an improved offense, obviously adding A.J. Brown and Romeo Doubs already to Ramondre Stevens, Trevion Henderson, and Hunter Henry, his numbers could even be better this season, where he was an MVP candidate only in his 2nd season. Then Chuba Hubbard in the 7th round. I've taken Hubbard a decent amount of times in his mock draft, and he's just a steady, solid running back, even if he's in a 50-50 split, let's say, with Jonathan Brooks. Even last year, when Rico Dowdle broke out in the middle of the season, Chuba Hubbard still stayed the course, and he was a decent fantasy option. So to have him as a 3rd running back, I'd take it. DK Metcalf, take it in the 8th round here. DK Metcalf, number 1 option in this offense. Michael Pittman, them bringing him in the offseason can help Metcalf get a little bit less coverage rolling his way, where Pittman's a solid receiver as well. And like I said, it's the 2nd year with the Steelers and 2nd year with Aaron Rodgers in their quarterback. So we'll see if Metcalf could take the next step. Rashad White in the 9th round. He'll be the 3rd down passing downs back for this Commander team, with Krosky Merritt being the starter and the short yardage running back. But Rashad White, we know he's one of the better receiving backs in all fantasy football. And obviously PPR leagues, where most people, that's all they play. That's where he's going to pay dividends for fantasy owners. And to have him as a running back 4, I like it. Then at tight end, Dallas Goedert, solid tight end. Now with A.J. Brown gone, off to the Patriots in a deal in the offseason. Goddard, he's going to get more targets his way. Obviously, it's Devonta Smith, Mekhi Lemon, Tavian Wicks, and you got Goddard in the passing game for this Philadelphia Eagle team. But we saw last season where they were banged up in the receiving corps. Dallas Goedert had some big ball games, and Jalen Hurts, he likes him as a security blanket, big target in the red zone, and I don't think I could go wrong with him in the 10th round and is a starting tight end in the 11th round. I went Deebo Samuel. Deebo Samuel signed recently with the Niners. He lost a little bit of a step the last couple of years, but he knows this Niner playbook. Mike Evans is banged up. Ricky Pearsall's out for the season. And DeJean Striblin, we'll see if he does anything. But I took both these San Francisco 49ers wide receivers to see if one would pan out, or even both of them could pan out. Because like I said, Mike Evans, he's missed some time over the last couple seasons where that hamstring is starting to get tighter on him. He's had some shoulder issues as well as Mike Evans, and we don't know if he's going to play a full season. So like I said, I took a shot with two wide receivers on San Francisco. Maybe one will pan out, maybe both will pan out, or they both won't at all. But like I said, in these 11th, 12th round range, sometimes you take a shot and see what you could get. Then 13th round, I get Jonah Coleman. It could be a three-man committee over there in Denver. We know J.K. Dobbins, right off the bat, he's going to miss time. He just gets hurt every season, and it seems like week 7, week 8 range is when J.K. Dobbins goes down. So Jonah Coleman, Sean Payton's been talking him up. I think he could go out there and be decent as a guy you take a lottery ticket pick in the 13th round. And then 14th round, Brandon Aubrey, he was there. So the final roster, Drake May, Justin Jefferson, Ted McMillan is my two receivers, Ginty, Travis Etienne, Goddard at tight end, DJ Moore, Brandon Aubrey, and the bench, Chuba Hubbard, DK Metcalf, Rashad White, Deebo Samuel, DeJean Striblin, Jonah Coleman. So I think this is a pretty balanced roster. Jefferson and McMillan, not bad a receiver. To get Drake May in the 6th round, that's a solid pick. Ginty and Etienne, if I went into a regular season with those running backs on my roster, I think that's good balance. Both these guys can catch the football out of the backfield and both play indoors, which is always a plus as well. Then Goddard at tight end, he'll be fine this season. DJ Brown traded away. The only question mark is DJ Moore. Does he have something left in the tank? And obviously playing with Josh Allen could boost him up, even though we've seen some receivers over the last few seasons not get it done. And then, like I said, the bench, Chuba Hubbard, good guy to have on the bench. Metcalf, we'll see if he could do better in his second year in Pittsburgh. White, good receiving back. Deebo, Striblin, we'll see if one of those guys emerge over there in Frisco. And Jonah Coleman, a lottery ticket. So that was the 12th pick. Draft breakdown entering the 2026 fantasy football season.